Worgologi. 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 Worgologi.
Welcome everybody to the second episode of the Worgologi walkthrough. We've got here the game in front of us, and we can load the game that we played before by writing the same name that we used to play the game before. The progress of the game is automatically stored on the computer. If you use the same name as before, we'll see that we have the score 32 that we had before. That's where we concluded our game last time with a score of 32, with the overall score of 32. And we are at an expert level, a keeper expert level. We can view our card on this map right here. You see we've got Wisdom Keeper card, and the level of the card is expert. We do not have any title in the Sage of Worgologi line yet. Hopefully we will get that today. Also on the map you see 3 characters, apart from, well actually there are 4 characters. There is here, we've got here Nari. We haven't played any of the Nari's quests, so she's at the starting spot of the journey we will be able to take with her. And then we've got Essie here, and with Essie we have played already once, and we've achieved a good score, so we progressed in our Essie ranking. And then there are 2 other characters which are again at the starting spot of their journey, because we haven't played those games yet. We can go back now. This is the hut with all the rule books on the left wall here, just reminding you from yesterday's episode. Alright, so we can explore the village a bit, but we can also go directly to the quests. Here is this guy again talking to us. Let's see what he says today. Hey, how's it going? You've heard of the arena, right? Oh, he's promoting arena once again. It's the place to hone your skills in retrieving the lost knowledge of Worgologi. Whether solo or with a team, just make sure you're familiar with the rules before jumping. Well, maybe we'll skip out on the arena for now. Let's other quests we've got here. By the way, can maybe somebody confirm if you can see, if you can hear me well, if my voice is coming through well? I realized that the volume was a bit too high on the music. So, we've got here some options. We can play Nari's Underwater Quest, we can play Essie's Desert Quest, we can play Rano's Mountain Quest, or Io's Spiritual Quest. Let's do Nari's Underwater Quest today. It's actually the first quest, but the first time we decided to play rather Essie's Desert Quest because Essie's Desert Quest is a bit easier. What is complicated about Nari's Underwater Quest is that it's timed. You lose your life as time progresses, and the idea behind this is that you're underwater, so you need to hold your breath there. Here are some notes about the general rules. The penalty for not using an axiom correctly: it halves our endurance. Endurance is the life, and halving that is really a huge penalty, so we don't want to receive that penalty. Also, the awarded wisdom score is halved, just like it was in the case of the quest with Essie. And you see here, this is a timed quest. Your endurance will continuously deplete over time. Okay, are we ready to begin? A needs to be in the word and E needs to be in the word. Let's see if we can find a nice word with both A and E. What about T? T has both E and A. We've got our score of 8, 2 to the power of 3, which is 8. Now the next word shouldn't contain A. Well, we could write boy. Now A is there if and only if E is there. So either both A and E must be in the word or none of them, right? What about fog? Fog has neither A nor E. The next axiom says that either either H or I needs to be in the word. How about mine? In fact, we can write mines, plural. That will give us twice more score, right? Because every next letter in the word multiplies the score by 2. Now we have L or M. Either L or M need to be there. How about my, which contains M? Then if E is there, then B needs to be there. So we have to be careful with this implication connective. If the word doesn't contain E, it's fine. But if it does contain E, then it must also contain B, and then it will be fine. So we're looking for a word which either doesn't contain E, or if it does contain E, then it must also contain B. And seeing that the letter B is kind of hidden behind a lot of other consonants, we will probably not be able to write a word with the B. So then let's just look for the word that doesn't contain E. Hi Morongwa, thanks for joining. So we could maybe go for 10. 10 doesn't contain E, and therefore the condition that if E is there, then B must be there has been automatically fulfilled. Cost. Cost is a nice one. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. I think cost is better because it has 4 letters. That's really nice. Thank you very much for that. Now the next one, if S is there, then E needs to be there as well, and vice versa. If E is there, then S needs to be there as well. So either both S and E must be there, or none of them. But now look at our health. Our health is decreasing and we have to hurry up. If we pass through these blocks, the ones that I'm pointing out here, we will get a bonus on the health. If we pass through these ones rather, then it will decrease our health. Let's see if we can pass through this one to get our health up a bit. For example, if you write B, then the problem is that then S must be there as well, and S is not there, so we shouldn't write B. What about here? Would we be able to use this rather? Well, there is no vowel next to this one. But we really are running out of time, so let's be quick. Let's write tall. Now you see the time is running out faster and faster. I think we can write our B now. And the health has been shifted up because we pass through this health plate here. So let's just analyze why B is a good word, why it satisfies the axiom. The axiom says if A is there, then S must be there. But since A isn't there, then the axiom is automatically fulfilled. You see here that Nari actually has an additional thing we can use for our writing. It says drop on an empty plate to create an endurance booster. This is fantastic. Look, if I drop it here, oh, it must be dropped on an empty plate. I don't know why doesn't it work. That's strange. Sorry, I misread it, right? It says drop on a non-empty plate. So we can convert one of the bad letters into an endurance booster. Maybe X. We probably wouldn't be able to use X very effectively. And you see now we've created a health plate, which we definitely need because now the time is again, our health is again running low. So either D or G needs to be there. Do we have a word with D? What about, so there's a D there. So, what about Dune? Oh, we just made it. Oh no, we almost lost our health there, right? We can write Dunes and this will be even higher score. I think we're doing quite well on the score. S and A, both of them needs to be there. Nags was a suggestion we got here from the chat, and I think it will work, and we can boost our endurance one more time with Nags. Thank you very much for that suggestion, Morangwa. Nags really helped out. Now, if Z is there, then Z needs to be there, so basically anything will work with this one. If Z isn't there, then it's fine, but if Z is there, of course, Z is there, so it works out. So any word will do here. We should still be quick, because you see the health is becoming, decreasing more and more, because we're under the water and our endurance is being tested here. So we can write high. If T is there, then I needs to be there. If I is there, T needs to be there. I don't think, let's try avoid both T and I. We write we. Then S shouldn't be there. What we can do here. Oh no. So if I write an empty word, S wouldn't be there and it will be fine. So I better do that because I'm running out of time. Now E needs to be there. Do we have an E here? Oh no, we don't have an E. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to still risk it and then press it very quickly second time as well with the empty word, so we eventually make it before our health runs out. So you see what we did? We couldn't see how to fulfill that axiom quickly, so we would have halved our even already low score, but we did that, it halved, but then soon after that we clicked it another time when we wrote an empty word which satisfied the last axiom, which was that E shouldn't have been there. And so we managed to just make it and not die, and hence complete the quest successfully. So the score we got here is 154.5. And we can now visit a Wisdom Keeper Spirit to see if we get any promotion based on this score. Oh, we are still at the expert level. We didn't get promoted. Our overall score did go up though. We had something like 30, I think, and now we have 54. But our Wisdom Keeper level still stays at the expert level. We can visit a Sage of Worgologi Spirit to see if we will get promoted on the Worgologi line. But you see here also we didn't get promoted. But now you can see here that it records the scores we have for each of the quests we played. For Nari's Underwater Quest we have 154.5, and for Essie's Desert Quest we have 226.5. If we look at the Sages of Worgologi leaderboard, it will show us what the high scores are, the overall high scores, and we see here we're on the 10th place. The top one is 7,460, and then we are with 54. We are in the 10th place overall in the world. Okay, we can go back now, and maybe this is a good time to try one of the other quests where that have been unlocked thanks to the fact that yesterday we achieved something with the quest of Essie. So we have access to Ranos Mountain quest and also Io's spiritual quest, and that's basically where we are at. Before playing that though, let's see if we unlocked some images, some pictures that get unlocked when we successfully complete quests. So let's see if we have any of them. I scroll this down here on Nari's side. I also scroll this one, and you see we actually have unlocked an image. So this is a picture of Nari, and the next one, to unlock the next one, we need to achieve 256 actually. So you see the numbers that we need to achieve are shown here, the ones that unlock these images. So there are 3 pictures for every single quest, and we unlocked one for Nari, and then for Essie we haven't unlocked any yet. So with Essie it's a higher hurdle, even though we did score higher score with Essie than we did with Nari, but we need to score with Essie more than 512 to unlock the first image. And then with the others we haven't played that as well, so of course we haven't unlocked those. So this kind of shows you how well are we performing compared to what is expected in each quest. So if you are able to unlock new images, it means that you're making good progress. Also, if we go back now to this hut on the right hand side, here now you see that also Nari has moved a spot, right? So let me go back and show you again. So you see Nari is moving and Essie is moving. This means that in both cases we have advanced to the next stage for each of these quests. Okay, now we can go back now and play one of the other quests. Let's try out Ranos Mountain quest. Each quest has its own music, which, by the way, you can adjust the volume of the music with the slider. So this is making it louder, and this is making it quieter. Each of these characters, they have their own personalities, and this personality kind of determines the kind of quest we are going to take with them. Let's read the rules here. All general rules apply. Penalty for not using an axiom correctly is 1 endurance point. the awarded wisdom score is halved. Each time you form a word, the non-empty plates shapeshift. Oh no, wow. Did you hear that? Each time you form a word, the non-empty plates shapeshift. You can never know what future holds, so stay focused on the moment. That's very interesting. So every time we'll retrieve a word, some things will change. Let's see. In this case, we for the first word, the first axiom says t is equivalent to I. So we're looking for a word that contains either both t and I or none of them. And you can see here that Rana also is offering us some item we can use. Drop on the wish box to shuffle non-empty plates. Interesting. Let's look for a long word that either contains both T and I or contains neither of them. If you've got any suggestions, please do post them in the chat. I see Dune, but that needs diagonal unless we do it this way. So Dune is one possible word we could write. Let's see if we can find something longer than that. We keep that for now. Let's see if we can get something longer. Since Dune contains neither T nor I, then it will be a valid word. It won't violate the axiom. We could write P, of course, P-E-A, but that has only three letters, sorry. So Dune is better. We could write cab, but again, just three letters. Red, again, just three letters. Well, it seems like Dune is the best option for now. Let's go for it. Toe. Toe is a good one, but it has three letters and Dune has four, so I think Dune is better. Now look what's gonna happen when I collect this word. Did you see? Did you notice? All the other letters have changed. That's what it meant here when it said that each time you form a word, the non-empty plates shapeshift. So nothing ever stays the same. Next one, we're looking for a word that doesn't contain A, as you can see from this axiom. Here is one. Can we write something better? If anybody sees something better than that, do let me know. There's also B here. There's also B here, but we probably don't want to use up E or A. We might use it later. But in fact, I'm actually wrong because every time I write something, the other letters will change, so it doesn't really matter to save any letter. Lobe. Oh, that's a nice one. Thank you, Morongwa. How we can write lobe? Oh, here it is. That's a beautiful one. Great, let's go for it. Again, everything shape-shifted. Now the next word shouldn't contain E. Here we've got a man, but maybe we can find something longer than that. We've got a dig there, Maybe we can say digs. That's a plural of dig. Not plural, sorry. Somebody digs. Something longer than that. Cuss. Ah, interesting. It still has 4 letters. Cuss. Oh, wow. Okay. I actually don't even know what the cuss means. We could go for cuss. Can we find something with 5 letters? A word with 5 letters? Seth. Nice one. Here is Seth. I actually don't know any of the meaning of any of those words, either cuss or Seth. We've got a vase here as well. Vase. Let's try to find if there will be a 5-letter word. Oh, I think I found one, but it might require a bit of sacrifice. Digger. D-I-G. And then we can go for second G here, and then E and R. This will have 6 letters, so 2 to the power 6 is what? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. We will get a score of 64. That's worth going for. So if we go through this one, you see it decreases our health, but we can actually compensate it by going through... oh, we didn't have to go through that one. Let's go back. Instead we go through this one. We will be wasting this health plate, but that's fine because it will shapeshift anyway. This is probably the best we can do in a reasonable amount of time. So digger, let's go for digger. Oh, but the axiom says we shouldn't use E. Now here we have to make a choice. Do we break the axiom and lose a bit of health and still get our digger, or do we find another word? I'd say let's break the axiom. We still have enough health. That's not such a big problem to lose 1 health point. We are going to get a longer word, so maybe it's worth it. Let's just double check exactly how much we will lose if we break the axiom. 1 endurance point, so that should be fine. Let's go for it. Great. So and now I've forgotten something. So remember we were supposed to get 64, but we now have total of 64. The problem is, what happened there is that I've forgotten that not only we lose a health point when we break the axiom, but we also our score gets halved. The awarded wisdom score is halved, so it was actually not worth the while. We did write a long word, a 6-letter word, but we lost half of the score that we were awarded just because we broke the axiom. So basically that means that we would have gotten 64, but it was halved, so we got the same score as we would have gotten if we had written a word with 5 letters. West. Let's look at West. There is West. Can we write something longer than that? Well, this would be breaking another axiom. It says if A is there, then E must be there, and if E is there, then A must be there. So now West has E but doesn't have A, and if we break another axiom again, I don't think it's worth it. We will have less score that we'll get, and also we will lose 1 more health point. So let's try not to break the axiom this time. How about mile? Mile will again break the axiom. Unless we could write mileage, this would probably be too hard to do. A is there, and G is here. Oh, Laweaest. What does that word mean? Lawest. I actually don't know what it means. Let's see. Is there such a word? Lawest. How do we write it though? Oh, there we go. Ah, it's lowest, right? No, the lowest would be with O. But there is another problem. If we fetch the A here, we wouldn't be able to go to W because we can't go diagonally and we cannot cross our path. So we would actually not be able to go from L to A and then W. But this does give me a good idea. EST is actually a common ending for many words, right? Maybe we can write a word that ends with EST and have a long word thanks to that. For example, we could do, let's see what we can do here. Something est. Well, we could do west, but that will be just 4 letters, and again, it won't contain A, sorry. So let's see if we can do something with A. What about lowest? L-A. Oh, now I see. There was another way to write this low. Is this a word? Let's see. No, there is no such word. But maybe we could use the question mark. Remember, question mark can obtain any symbol we put in this magic box. Something A-W-E-S-T. Can we find a letter to add to A-West and form a word? It's not clear. I don't see that. I do want to go for this est. Remember, when we collect a word, then the letters will reshuffle again and we might lose the est. So let's think harder if we can write a word that ends with est. What about this? Would this be a word? No. This one isn't a word. We do have a question mark here, so this could have also been A. How about this one, if we start with DA? Lowest, and use a question mark. Oh, that's a good idea. Where do we get the L from? This is L. But you see, lowest doesn't contain A. So I will lose, I will then not fulfill the axiom and the score will be as good. Could I not begin my word with DA? Blast. Blast doesn't contain E. Blast doesn't contain E. But we can maybe write blasted. Blasted. There we go, blasted. This should be good. This contains both A and E, and it's, I think, the longest word we've ever written. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much will that give us? 2 to the power 7. So it's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. With just one word, we will be able to write 128. Well done to Sia. Sia, congratulations. You've given us an amazing idea. Blasted. It contains both A and E. The axiom is fulfilled, and we will get 128. There we go. Now our score is 192. It was good that we didn't rush, and we thought carefully, and we eventually found a long word. Now we were looking for a word that either contains both S and E or contains neither of them. Any ideas are welcome. I'm seeing here cares. Oh, we again have this est, E-S-T. Cares is good. But let's see if we can do something longer with EST. Something est. Rarest, for instance. We don't have a second R. Ra. Also, RE can be added either at the end of the word or at the beginning. Oh, message. Will we be able to write message? That will be a very long word. Again, 7-letter word. That will be fantastic if we can do it. Let's see. Well, we could go through this one. That will be fine. We could also go through here. But then, how do we get to G and E afterwards? I see. So this would be A, G, and then E would be the question mark. So we need a second S. Well, we can go around. We can go around this way. There we go, message, and then this question mark could be E. Would we not be able to write messenger? That would be even longer word. For that we will require E after S, right? And then N. That doesn't seem possible, right? There is no N nearby here. Let's go for message. This would be fantastic. Well done, Morongwa. Thanks a lot for the suggestion. Message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-letter word again. So let's just make sure that we are not violating the axiom. It says S is there if and only if E is there. So in our case, both S and E are there. So the requirement that if S is there, then E must be there is satisfied. Also the requirement that if E is there, then S is there must be satisfied. Keep in mind the difference between equivalence and implication. So this one on the smaller axiom here, it shows us one directional implication, whereas the equivalence is bidirectional implication. Okay, so we can write message. And our score now is 320. This is absolutely amazing. We will be able to get promoted to a higher rank. I'm quite sure of it. Next one is E implies B. So if E is there, then B must be there. But otherwise, if E is not there, then it's fine. We also were able to regain our health. Now our health is full again. If E is there, then B must be there as well, or if E is not there, then it's fine. Well, I see text. Maybe we can see something bigger than that, longer than that. What about slow? Slow has 4 letters. Does anybody see something with... No, slow has 3 letters, sorry. Slow has 3 letters. Anything with 4 letters? Lonely, would we not be able to write lonely? You see, the less letters there are on the board, the more opportunities there are to write. Lone, and now I need to pass through L, another L. We don't have another L, but we could begin our lonely thing with the question mark here. There we go. Long, and then you see this one is a long one. Lonely. This one has 6 letters. Besto. Besto also has 6 letters. It's a nice one. Actually, lonely is bad because lonely doesn't have B. So besto is much better. I think you're much better than I am at this, Morongwa. Besto. Let's do besto because the word I was picking had E but didn't have B, so we would have been penalized. On the other hand, with besto, it should work. Where do we get the E though? Okay, we can do it. Oh, here is E. Let me find besto. And bestos will be even greater. Fantastic. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 again. We once again are able to write a 7-letter word. This is absolutely remarkable. The next word needs to contain both A and E. I see leaf. Anybody sees something longer than that? Leaf has 4 letters. Can we find something with more than 4 letters? I'm sure we'll be able to find at least 5-letter word. Let's try harder. There are not many vowels though. Maybe we should use this power. Drop on the wish box to shuffle non-empty plates. Hopefully we will get better letters, because if we don't use it now and we keep it for later on, There will be even fewer letters later on, so maybe it won't be so much meaningful to use it later on. We won't be able to write very long words later on anyway. So let's use this power. Now we have a different arrangement of letters. Hopefully this one is better. Let's look for a long word. CH often go together. I already see cheap, CHEAP. We do need both E and A in the word, so maybe it makes sense to write cheap. Shall we go for cheap? Next one, our word needs to contain both S and A. We don't have any A's, but we do have a question mark. Perhaps now it's an opportunity to write a longer word. A word can easily end with ES, with an A here. Any suggestions? We'll probably want this to be A. Then we can have something like lame would be one. Oh, but so we can do name, and then maybe we can do rename. How about rename? Dress is 5 letters. Rename is 6. And then we can do renames if we can. Hopefully we can. Okay, this would go for A and then ME, but then we can't do S. There's no other way to approach this, right? Maybe we can do something else with re. I wonder if we could rather go around this way. Keels. Keels is still 5 letters, and I think rename would be 6. Yeah, it seems like relax. Maybe we can do relaxes. Oh no, but if we do X, then it would help to end there. So we won't be able to do relaxes. But relax is also 5. Alright, then let's do rename. It's not too bad. 6 letters. Oh, but it doesn't contain S. That's not good. Then it will be the same as if it were 5 letters. Makers. That sounds great. Makers has both A and S. Fantastic. Well done. Let's go for makers. Can we write makers though? How are we going to get to that K? Not sure if we can write makers. M A. We won't be able to get to K. Would we be able to do remake? No, we can't. If we go to M, it has to go through E. What about dream? A dream doesn't contain S. What if we start with L? Lender. Will we not be able to write lens? So that's A, then N, D, lens. We can write lens. That's 5 letters though. Oh, but isn't there such a word sland? Would we not be able to do sland? Probably there is no such word, right? But it's worth trying. Sland. No, I don't think sland is a word. All right, let's go for lens. Next one, if A is there, then S should be there. If A is there, then S should be there. There is no A there, so we don't have to worry about that. Anything we write will work. I was thinking of build, but if we go from B to U, there's no way we're going to be able to get to t, because this path cannot be crossed. No matter how this path goes, we will still not be able to cross it. We would have to cross it to get to t. Can we do something with w? How about well, we could do something simpler, right? We could do lit. And then we can also do slit. Slit is a word, right? I don't recall what it means though. So the reason why this axiom holds in this case is because it says if A is there, then S needs to be there. S is there, but A isn't there. So actually, also because A isn't there, but also because S is there in both cases, this axiom is fulfilled. This one gives us complete freedom. If Z is there, then Z needs to be there. Any word satisfies that. Oh, I'm sorry, rusty. It came a bit late. I already chose the word. What about this one? Z implies Z. I'm just inclined to just do he, or rather she. Quit. Quit. Can we write quit? Where we don't have I for that, right? Otherwise we would write quit, but there is no I. The next one must contain E, so this is the unique E we can try to use. So we are actually in a dangerous spot here, because let's say we write this word, and then the next 4 axiom cards which are still outstanding, let's say we're not able to fulfill any of those. Then we actually might get our health down to 0 and we might lose. So hopefully we will be able to fulfill at least one more axiom after this one. But maybe we don't want to write a very long word this time, to make sure that still there are enough available letters for the other words. We could write pest, but that it does put us in danger in terms of fulfilling the other axioms. Shall we risk it? All right, we can maybe risk it. It's a pity not to write a 4-letter word at this point. Pest. Now you see we're in trouble. H or I, and we definitely can't fulfill that. So we have to move on. Our health went down. D or G, and we can't fulfill that either. Although, as you see, the next axiom is that S shouldn't be there. And we will be able to fulfill that by writing an empty word. And so we will have one more. And even if we can't fulfill that one, we will be just losing two points. So in the end, actually, I think we are going to win this game, irrespective of what happens. So we can actually safely collect all the letters that remain if we can find a word for them. I think L is a word. S isn't there. We can write again L and then O, but maybe, yeah, we can actually. So by writing L, we will fulfill this axiom, and then the last one, L or M, because there will be no more plates left with the letters, we won't be able to fulfill, but it will only deduct 1 score for us, and so we will still be left with 1 score. And last one, there we go. We managed to complete. Congratulations to everybody. We have successfully completed this quest, Ranos Mountain quest, with a very high score of 559. Let's see if we will get promoted this time. Let's visit the Wisdom Keeper Spirit. Oh wow! We have been promoted to Grandmaster. From Expert, we jumped right to Grandmaster. Between Expert level and Grandmaster level, there is a Master level, and we jumped through that Master level. We got promoted in 2 stages at the same time. This is fantastic news. Let's see what is the leaderboard with this specific quest and where we are in terms of our high score. Oh wow, we are on the 2nd place. The only score that's better than this is 1190. So we did 2nd best score worldwide. Let's visit a Sage of Worgologi spirit now to see whether we will get an overall promotion or not. And we did! Look at that! We are on the expert level of Sage of Worgologi. This is fantastic news. Let's look at our overall standing. Wow, we jumped up from the 10th place to 4th place. Can you imagine that? Although the next stage is quite a big gap there, right? From 134 to 2155. Let's see all the trophies we got now, all the pictures that we would have unlocked with this successful gameplay. So we've got here Nari's Underwater Quest picture, and then S's one we still didn't unlock. We should have unlocked Ranos quest, so let's see what... Oh, we did. This is one image. And it's an impressive picture, isn't it? And this is the second one. So this is Rano himself. You can see his shape-shifting powers there. And there is still one more image to go with Rano. And finally, let's see what happens on the map. Oh, look at that. We've advanced in Rano's path. We've advanced from the 1st level right all the way to the 4th one. You see, we skipped those 2 because we got quite a good score. This is really great news. And with the others, we've got, as you see there. And here are our cards. We are Grandmaster, Wisdom Keeper, and we are Expert Sage of Worgologi. These are also shown here on the top screen. Even if you exit, you can see Grandmaster, Wisdom Keeper, and Expert Sage of Worgologi. These are our titles. And we also unlocked 2 different powers. One is the one that shuffles non-empty plates, and the other one is the power that empties a non-empty plate. This we will use next time when we play. We can use these powers in our next quest. And look at this, we also unlocked a new cover image for starting the game. With this slider, you can check different unlocked cover images. And with this button here, you can look at the credits for the game.
Carrying voices of ancient lore, she weaves them into breath once more. She's the spirit weaver in endless flight, crossing the veil each sacred night, gathering whispers from far off skies.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining and for your help with making this session a success. And this is the end for the second episode of Worgologi walkthrough. Hope to see you again next time for the third episode.
Worgologi dream. She's the spirit weaver, forging a way between realms of dusk and crystal day, carrying knowledge in threads of gold, rekindling